Hi, and welcome to another episode of Honest AF Show with me, Daniela Clark.
I'm me, Barbara Ann Wild.
Miss Barbara Ann Wild, you're finally back in town. I'm so
Yes,
happy.
just to leave again.
I cannot keep track of your schedule at all. I have no idea whether you're in town or not in town. I have no clue what's going on anymore.
I mean,
with you.
between having another house now and the weather and school being out and, this time of year is just craziness.
It's absolute
for us.
madness. Yeah. And then, of course, we both went down hard. We got
oh
so
my
sick.
God. I was just talking to Tony about that lovely COVID.
Oh my God. I really do think that I had COVID.
You 100% did because I tested positive for it.
Yeah.
And it's hysterical because I didn't test positive for it the week prior, but I knew we were not just talking about a cold. I was flat on my back for 48 hours that I basically did not get out of bed.
Yeah. After I saw you, well, okay, let's rewind this for a second.
Yes.
Everyone needs to know who the real culprit was, and it was Barbara Ann Wild.
Yeah, well, I think it was Sabbath Wild. I think he brought it home.
Yeah, he brought it home, and they spread the love.
Barb and I didn't hug you. I didn't. I made sure I stayed clear away.
Yeah. Well, we were recording, and literally like a day and a half later, like 36 hours later, I started to feel it. I started to feel like absolute shit. And
that was the first day that I wasn't feeling well because my throat, I just couldn't.
I think that's when
it
you're
was
most
so dry.
infectious, you know?
I think, that's
Contagious.
what they say. The 5 days prior and before the onset of all the major symptoms or whatever.
My throat was on fire. I felt like I had glass in my throat. It was so painful.
I know, me too.
And I just felt so crappy. I couldn't stop coughing. So, of course, I got evicted out of my bedroom.
Right.
I had to go sleep in Frankie's old room, which was fine with me because her room is very comfortable. Her bed's
yes, it
very
is. Her room is. I've slept in that room before. It's great.
Exactly. So I was banished to that room, but we had so much going on and my body was just not cooperating. This particular illness, this flu or COVID, whatever it was, because I tested negative, but I'm pretty sure I had it.
The boys tested negative too, except for when they got the secondary infection, they tested them again. Then Sabbath tested positive.
Yeah. So I think if I would have tested again, I probably would have tested positive.
100% for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. But the sore throat, the body aches, the no energy whatsoever.
And nothing tasted good.
No. And the congestion.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was horrible. And now I'm finally over it. I called that great service that you talk about.
Plush Medical.
Yeah. Because
it's incredible.
Do you know that I went to urgent care and they turned me away? They said they were too full.
They said in California, all of our urgent cares are like swamped with people with COVID.
Yeah, they turned me away. They said, I'm so sorry, we can't see you. If you're really sick, go to the ER. So I downloaded that Plush app, and this is not an ad.
No, but we have to recommend it because honestly, they have gotten me out of so many pinches where I couldn't get anywhere.
You can't get a hold of a doctor. It's a Friday evening.
They call the meds
6 or 7 o'clock at night, and
it's
you can't.
So great. It's always a Sunday or a holiday, and they have totally come through for us every time.
Yeah, they were great. So I spoke to a doctor online.
Yep.
We did like a little telemed session, and they take your insurance or they charge you $50, but then I noticed that they refund the money back to you.
Yeah.
So, because I guess then they go through your insurance, but
totally, and then they send the prescription straight to the pharmacy. It's unbelievable.
And they put me on steroids and antibiotics right away.
Hendrix and Sabbath too.
And then they gave me a cough suppressant, which didn't work at all because I can't stop coughing. I am just like
I could hear it a little in your voice still.
Yeah. I cannot stop coughing. It's just constant. So
I didn't get the cough, but I got all the other stuff.
it really just took me down. I couldn't even function. And of course, we had so much going on.
Yeah.
It was like complete madness. Here I go. So Yeah, it was hard for me to just kinda get out of it and shake it off.
Right.
Usually, I can just shake it off in a couple days.
Yeah.
No, this
That's
took me
how I
out for,
knew it
like,
was
over a
something
week.
different. Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty bad. And, I have, I'm usually pretty good because I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the podcast, but I'm usually pretty good at avoiding colds and flus because I have an autoimmune issue.
Right.
And I have an overactive immune system where my immune system actually attacks its own healthy cells
Right.
and destroys them. Um, and so it's all about keeping my immune system controlled so it
Right.
doesn't constantly attack me. Um, so I'm usually pretty good. Like it'll fight something out of me like really fast. That's the one good part about having an overactive immune
Right.
system.
Right.
But this one took me down.
Me too. I
Yeah.
There was like one whole day that I said to the kids, like, call in for food or something. I can't get out of bed. I was flat out cold.
I did notice something though.
Yes.
And I've noticed this before, and I'm sure you have too. I I have I'm not allowed to be sick.
Oh, I think that comes with the vagina.
Seriously. It's like you're not allowed to be sick. Like if I'm sick, like what's going to happen in the house? Like who's going to do the grocery
Uh,
shopping? Who's going to do the
that's when
cooking?
everyone's the
Who's
most
going to take care of the
needy.
dog? Yeah.
Agreed.
I realized like I couldn't even have like a second. And Gilby's very sweet. Like he tries to help me. He does say to
Oh,
me,
but he does like dinner.
yeah, he does need his dinner every night. It's like, are you too sick to cook? Have you seen those memes?
Oh, they're
Where,
the best.
oh my God, where the wife is like all bandaged up and she's
Yeah.
like a mess lying in bed and she's like on her deathbed and her husband walks in and goes, are you still going to cook dinner?
Or
And then she
after they
just
give
kills
birth.
him.
That
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of them where the woman's like literally in the hospital, just gave
Yeah.
birth, and it's like, well, wait a minute, aren't you gonna like cook for me tonight? Yeah, sure.
That's my life. That right there is my life.
Fortunately, my husband's learned.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
cooks. He cooks for himself. I
Oh
don't
my
cook.
God. It was brutal. But and I'm tired, like just working,
Kicked our ass in every which way.
yeah.
I know.
It's a lot. And then of course we've had such a busy week. Gilby had, oh my God, he had so many like interesting shows. He had a show that he did for Fleet Week, which was out in San Pedro Harbor, and it was for
Okay.
Memorial Day. And basically, he played outside of the what is it, the Iowa battleship?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is it the ISS Iowa?
USS, right? I would think
USS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense. um, he played at the battleship over there, and they gave us like a little tour of the ship,
Oh, how cool.
which was
They're enormous, right? They're amazing.
enormous.
Yeah.
And it was,
My brother and my grandfather were both in the Navy, so I got to
oh my God, it's
Yeah,
so
cool.
cool. And it's retired now, but it fought in World War II.
Yeah.
And, wow, it was really neat. And they had like all these helicopters and some of the Navy, the sailors let us like hold a rocket and feel what a rocket feels like. And
Wow.
they're so heavy. I couldn't even hold on to it by
I'm
myself.
sure.
He had to still hold on to it. But it was really, really cool. And they took us on this tour of the ship and the captain's
So you took our
quarters and
Navy out
everything.
with COVID.
The entire Navy our entire Navy is sick with COVID right now. But
Daniela's the culprit.
oh my God, no, blame Miss Barbara Ann Wild. But that was actually really, really cool. And oh my God, it was so cute. Gilby's mom, she lives close to that area.
Oh, really?
So she came out to see Gilby play.
She's
and that was
been
really fun.
making lots of appearances lately. That's great.
She is adorable. Gilby's mom's adorable. And then he played the next weekend or the next day, actually, a couple days later.
Yeah, you were on a tear.
Wait till you hear this. So the next couple days, he played at the Topanga Days Festival, which is like a really fun hippie festival on Topanga Canyon.
I love it there.
So cute, and it's really grown. We went there like years and years ago, like 15 years ago, and it was like a small little hippie fair. Now it's massive.
Oh, wow.
Um, but it was really fun because he played with, oh, for God's sakes.
I don't know.
Oh, geez, Barb, come on.
I don't know if I saw that on Instagram to
Chevy
help you out.
Metal.
Oh, there you
Chevy
go.
Metal. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, okay, okay. I'm recovering. I'm recovering. It's really early in the morning here, folks, by the way. I literally just stumbled out of bed,
Yeah, we're
fell into
lucky
the
enough
shower,
to be
and
back in Tony's amazing podcast studio.
yes,
We look
yes.
like humans again,
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure.
hope so. I really hope so. Um, where was I going with that? Oh, he played with Chevy
Chevy
Metal,
Metal.
and that was really fun. It was with Shane Hawkins,
Oh,
Taylor Hawkins' son.
amazing.
He's such a good drummer. Oh my gosh. And he's so young. I think he's only like 17, 18
Yeah,
years
I
old.
would think.
Adorable. He's really cute. And he drums like animal, like just he's
Like his
all over the
dad.
place. Yeah, really cute.
Yeah.
And and then they had all kinds of guests come up and play with
Oh,
them.
how fun.
And it was really fun. They had Luke Spiller from the Struts came and sat in with them. Steve Perkins from
Oh,
Jane's
he's
Addiction
great.
jumped up on stage with them as well. It was a lot of fun. And, we got to like just hang out and listen to good music and have a good time. But meanwhile, I was sick. So I was, fighting this, thinking, oh, it's just going to go away. And I'm coughing and I'm coughing and I'm coughing all over the damn place. And I run into a friend of mine, and she
Yeah.
goes, "Why are you coughing like that?" And I go, "Oh, my throat is sore and I'm getting sick." She goes, "Oh, do you want a throat lozenge? I have a throat lozenge in my purse for you. It's wonderful. It's natural. You'll love it. Tastes just like honey. It's not disgusting like all the other
Yeah, yeah.
throat lozenges."
Uh-oh.
So I take it, I pop it in my mouth, and the damn thing must have melted in her purse because it locked both my upper and bottom teeth
no.
together.
Not with that is
It
not good.
stuck to my teeth. I went to open my mouth, and my whole damn tooth came out.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
I
that.
lost my damn tooth at the festival. And then I'm like, okay, we got to go home. I'm falling apart. The wheels are falling off the bus. I'm sick. I'm coughing. My tooth is out of my head.
That's
This is
very
not
pretty.
good. Yeah, this is not good. This is not the way I want to go down. I was like, this is so unglamorous. So I couldn't wait for Gilby. I'm like, Gilby, come on, we got to go. We got to go. I don't have a tooth in my head. We got to go.
You and I are so similar in so many like parallel universes at all times, it seems, because I went to Baraje at Raw Beauty for my jaw, which has been locking ever since my car accident on the
Right.
one side. So she injected me, which I nearly jumped out of my seat from because, in order to have that bone, which is all the way up near your ear, stop
Oof.
moving like that and
Ooh, that
locking,
doesn't sound
she has
good.
to really like get in there.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to pass out. She's like, you know what? If you're sensitive, next time let's do laughing gas. I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done it for that before because I didn't think of it, but that was painful. And then I went out on the road sick too, but I was feeling a lot better when I left. I changed my flight because there was no way I was going to go when I was supposed to, a little early.
Uh-huh.
And I met up with Zach and Pantera in Atlanta. But it was so amazing
I
because
thought you were going. I was so confused because when you told me you were going to drive with Sabbath, I was like, oh, they're going to Oregon. And then you were like, no, I'm on my way to Atlanta. I'm flying. I'm like,
I was
confused.
supposed to fly to Philadelphia and jump on the bus with Zach and be with him on the bus. So that's probably where you're thinking driving because
Yeah.
we were going to drive to North Carolina and then drive
Oh,
to
maybe,
Atlanta.
yeah.
But and Sabbath and I are going up to Oregon, but that's not for another week. But I ended up blowing that off and I just flew straight to Atlanta because I was so sick. But it was so amazing because I got to, one of the great things, one of the very, in my opinion, the few great things about social media is reconnecting with people that you've lost touch with that you really want to be in touch with again.
Right.
And I was able to reconnect with a friend that I had back when I worked at William Morris Agency in 1990, 91, 92. And this woman, Megan, who was a very close friend of mine, and we reconnected like nothing ever happened, and she's in Atlanta.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
she had shared with me, "Oh, you're not feeling well," because I was like, I might not be able to make it, which I would have been so bummed because we had this whole plan of she was gonna have a little staycation, stay in the same hotel as us, and I was
Oh,
gonna be able to
yeah.
have a couple days with her. And she's like, there is a mobile IV unit that will come right to the hotel and set up, and it was called Oasis. And
That is
the
speaking your
nurse
language.
came right to the hotel room. So I landed at like 6 at night. She was in my room at 8 at night,
I'm so glad you
and
did
she
that.
gave me glutathione, a ton of vitamin C, all the B vitamins. And then she also added in, because I told her that I had COVID and that I was really swollen and bruised up from the injections. And she added Toradol to the IV. And
Oh.
it's such an incredible anti inflammatory.
Oh.
I literally was like 80% less bruised the next morning. I felt so much better. She completely saved me
Oh,
on so many
good.
levels. It was the greatest thing. And then it was so funny because, like, Charlie, Philip, Rex all got IVs the next day.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, "Oh my God, you're like my promotions person." I set them all up for the next day.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Everyone was able to get all, feeling great. But what a great service.
Yeah, that's really good, and I'm really glad that you did that when you sent me a text and said
It
you were gonna do it. I'm
changed
like, "That's great."
everything because
Yeah,
I was feeling so not, and especially with flying, I
yeah.
was so down for the count, and it changed everything. I felt great.
You know Cindy, our doctor friend Cindy, she
Yes.
does that too. She'll come
Oh,
to your house
she's
and do that.
incredible. I mean,
Yeah,
what a
we've
dynamo.
gotta have her on the show. She's
Oh,
got the
yeah, she's
craziest
got
stories.
such great stories. I know.
Yeah, one of these days. So how were the shows? Everything was good?
Show was incredible. It was, Pantera opening up for Metallica again in the
Mhm,
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
mhm.
It was fantastic. The
Yeah,
show was amazing.
fun.
And it's just, I mean, God bless Metallica. May they reign for another 30, 40, 50 years if they want to. But oh my God, everyone has the best time and they treat Pantera so well, and the fans just love it. And Zach loves it.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Isn't it incredible? Because when I think back on it, when you say Metallica, when I think back on it,
Yeah.
like back in the day when Gilby was in GNR
Yeah.
and he was on tour with Metallica.
I know.
GNR and
I
Metallica were
mean, they
co-headlining.
got their start opening for Ozzy.
But when you think about that, like when I think about that, that was in in the early 90s, right?
Yeah,
91,
30
92,
plus years ago.
30 something years
Yeah.
ago. How does that even register?
I think they're together 40 something with no lineup changes except for, when Cliff passed away,
Yeah.
a bit of a bass, couple bass guitar changes, but you know, not lineup changes because of personality problems. Incredible.
It's incredible when a band, like when we think about it, like these bands that we used to, just hang out with, go see, or,
Yeah.
our guys were
They're our
playing with or
friends.
whatever.
Yeah.
But it's been 30 something
I
years.
know.
Like in my mind, like when I think about myself, I still think about myself as like a young girl.
We all do.
Yeah. I don't think of myself as an old woman, you know?
Oh gosh, that sounds terrible.
But I think of myself as a young girl. But then when I'm reminded of the fact
The
that we were
years.
around to see these people play 30 something years ago, I'm reminded that guess what, Daniela, you're not that young. That is nuts.
You
It's
know
just
when I
gone
was
so
reminded of it
fast.
just recently when I was with my girlfriend Megan, and unfortunately she's a widow. Her husband died
Oh,
almost 2 years ago. It's the second anniversary is coming up, and she's just now feeling like she might be able to date
mm-hmm.
love of her life with him over 30 years. They have two beautiful grown children. But when you look at the dating pool, I was
Oh,
like, oh my God,
yeah.
Megan, I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah.
I think I'd be fine by myself.
Yeah, yeah, or you just get like an accoutrement for a night or two, and
I'm
that's it.
telling you,
Yeah.
if that were to happen, God forbid, Jesse is my
Just don't die,
goalpost.
Zach.
So if Jesse's, I mean, Jesse's already going to be 32. It's like he's
Right.
getting a little bit over my age limit. I want to be younger than
Yeah,
that,
because
but
you're supposed to not date younger than your kids, right?
yeah. So my oldest son,
Hey, guys don't adhere to that at all.
no,
No, they don't adhere to
no,
that.
but I mean, it would be a little weird for.
There was that article actually just recently that I was reading about Kobe Bryant's widow, Vanessa Bryant. I don't know
Yes,
if you saw that,
no,
but
she's lovely.
there's been some rumors that there's a rumor going around that she's pregnant,
Oh,
but I think she dispelled it or whatever. But the real interesting thing about it is that everybody was so perturbed and shocked that she could be pregnant. Kobe has been gone for over 5 years when you think about
I
that,
know.
but it's interesting because people, they get so attached
To them being a couple,
that they can't unsee it. And like,
right.
how dare she even
Isn't
date
that
anybody
crazy?
else now or move on from Kobe? Like, she
And she's
should
a young,
forever be
beautiful
Kobe's widow.
woman.
Yeah, beautiful and young,
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting to see like what is like the appropriate, grieving time.
I don't know.
And once you become a widow or a widower and move on, because like I've seen the gamut where I've seen people that, have moved on within a few months
Right.
to people that have waited years. So
Right.
but I
Yeah,
thought
it
it
is
was really,
interesting.
I thought it was really interesting that everybody was so up in arms that she could possibly be dating somebody else. It wasn't even really about her being pregnant, is that she's seeing somebody else. That was the headline.
I know, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
When I read the Lisa Marie Presley book that you recommended, I thought the same thing too. When you think about, Priscilla and Elvis, they were together since she was a
Right.
baby,
Right.
and then they got divorced, and people took such offense to
Yeah.
her,
Moving on.
moving on. It's like, really, they were even divorced before he passed away. It's like, but people associate her with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
They associate Vanessa with Kobe.
With
So
Kobe, yeah.
I understand it, but it's not for anybody. It's no one's business
Yeah.
what she does or does not do.
Yeah. It's really fascinating. I was like thinking to myself, like, wow, how long do they expect this poor woman to wait?
Right. I know.
It's kind of crazy. We're getting ready to go on a motorcycle trip this weekend, Gilby
I
and I.
know. I'm
We're-
excited for you.
Oh my gosh, I got to tell you, this is so funny. So we do this annually. It's this tequila run that we do. One of our friends owns a tequila company. And so we do this tequila run annually. It's a couples ride, and we all ride out to Kernville, and we all just
fun.
hang out and we barbecue and we ride motorcycles and we go to we go on hikes and
Most importantly, drink tequila.
we drink tequila, a lot of tequila.
I love tequila.
And the tequila company's name is Cascane. And it's really yummy tequila. They make one that's like infused with like a vanilla that's really nice.
Oh, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, really good.
Is this the Brian Bones?
No, this isn't Brian's. We
Okay.
have two friends that have tequila
Yeah.
lines. Yeah, no, this isn't. This is our other friend, Dennis. But anyway, so we take this motorcycle trip every year. I think this might be our third or fourth year that we've done it. And it's just a really fun little couples getaway
Sounds
for
like
the
it.
weekend. But I had this idea. I wanted to bring Sheena with us on the motorcycle,
Okay.
our little Frenchie. I bought on Amazon, I bought one of those like carriers, like
Okay.
pet carriers.
Baby carrier? Like
It's
a
pet,
baby?
it's actually for pets.
Okay.
It's a pet carrier. And you wear it like it's almost like a snuggly, and you wear it
Yeah.
on the front. So then I'd be sitting on the motorcycle and she'd be in the snuggly, and it has like a little clip so she latches into it.
Okay.
And so she's latched to me, and she would just sit on my lap and we would ride her on the
Okay.
motorcycle on this trip. And
Oh
this
my
is,
gosh.
this
Have
is
you
what I want to do.
Have you tested
So
it out yet?
we haven't. I have taken Sheena on the motorcycle before, and she
Yeah,
doesn't.
because she has her helmet and her
Yes,
shades, and
yes.
she's silent.
And she does like it. She just kind of sits there. She likes the wind. So Gilby and I tonight, after I get home from work, because after this, I've got to do some work. And then when I get home tonight, we're going to take her on a little putt maybe and see how she does
Yeah.
in this particular snuggly. But I checked the weather report and it's going to be really hot. So I'm not sure if I want to take her now because if it's hot on the bike,
Oh,
it's not,
going up there
yeah, it might
because
not be good
it
for
was
her.
raining and cold today. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is
The
going
weather is all
on?
over the place.
I mean, I know spring is like that, but oh my gosh, the
Yeah.
last couple of days it's been warmer at our house in Oregon than here.
Yeah. It's nutty. I never know what to expect.
No,
I wake up in the morning and I don't know how to dress. I don't know how to dress for
no, me
work. I
too.
go to work dressed for the cold and then I get there and I'm sweating and I'm,
It's all about layers this time of year, right? You have to just be able to just, wing it.
yeah, it's absolute madness. Anyways, is it time for Flick AF?
Yes.
Okay. I have a really good Flick AF
Oh,
for everybody.
good.
Okay. Um, I started watching, I talked about this before. It's a show called Couples Therapy. Have you heard about this?
I've heard about it. I have not watched it. It's been recommended to me before too.
It is so good. It is
It's
such
serious,
a good
right?
show. Yes, it's very
Okay.
serious. It's a reality show. It's got
How do we watch it?
this is the brand new season that just came out. It's season
On
4 on Showtime.
Okay.
It's on Showtime, and you basically get to be a fly on the wall in someone else's couples therapy.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it.
And it is absolutely fascinating. And this season, I think they had 4 couples, and each couple has, obviously different issues.
Right.
And they sit with the doctor. She's an incredible, incredible doctor. What I really like about her is that she addresses everything head on. And she doesn't let anybody slide. She calls you on your shit like immediately.
Great.
And she's really good. She sits in the therapy session with her little dog, her little, I think it's like a little husky or something, beautiful little dog. And, like the one couple is, it's a husband and wife, and she gave up her career to stay home and take care of the kids. But now she's kind of resentful and they're having some financial issues. And they have a real like power dynamic, like power struggle.
Oh.
And then there's this other couple that wants to, the one partner, he's deaf and he wants to have an open marriage.
Oh.
And
See ya.
that's very interesting.
There would be
And
no couples therapy in my relationship. It's like,
yeah,
you want an
goodbye.
open relationship? The door is wide open.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
goodbye. But there's all these different couples, and this one couple is kind of he's struggling with commitment issues, like on where to live and all this stuff.
Oh.
It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, it sounds it.
And one of the things that I really liked about it is it really teaches you how badly we communicate,
Oh.
or at least how badly I communicate. Let me rephrase that. Because she touches upon some issues that I really resonated with me.
Right.
Because I noticed that I mirror whatever I'm getting from someone else.
Okay.
So, for instance, like you're so loving towards me, so I'm
Yeah.
going to be so loving
Right.
towards you. But the minute you start to be, strange with me, I'm
Right.
going to give it right back to you.
Right.
And I have that tendency to do that in my relationship with my husband, with Gilby,
Huh.
where I feed off of his energy. If he walks into the house and he's in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood now.
Zach's like that too. You
He
and Zach
is?
are a lot alike that way. Yeah. But Zach feels everything. He's
Yes.
very, even yesterday we landed in, not to change the subject, but we landed in Burbank Airport and I was just really quiet between having a super early flight. I was really like just starting to feel like I was a little jet lagged, even though I shouldn't be, but I was just like exhausted. And
Yeah.
he was like, "You're so distant. You're so quiet." And I was
Yeah.
like, "No, I just got off the plane. And honestly, please don't read anything into this. I've just got
I'm tired.
Sabbath's graduating his little elementary school Friday. I've got a million things in my head of what errands I need to run, what I need to do." As no reflection on us. He's like, "Okay, cool, because I don't know why you're so quiet or whatever." But
Yeah.
he is very much that way where he just feeds off of my energy
Yep.
completely.
Yeah, me too. I will mirror Gilby's energy the second
It's
he walks in
very
the
interesting.
yeah.
You guys are so much alike in a lot of ways.
And maybe we're both just really sensitive, me and
Yeah,
Zach.
very, 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 very. Yeah.
Yeah, because if Gilby walks in,
Intuitive, sensitive,
yeah,
perceptive, all those things.
and so it really made me notice some of the things that I do.
Makes you self-aware.
Yeah, just watching the show and some of the things that she said, I'm like, oh, I do that. Oh, I do that too. Oh,
It
oh
seems
dear,
like
poor
free
Gilby.
therapy watching this show.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great.
It really does. It's like it really helps you kind of like self-reflect, like, do
Yeah.
I do that? Do we do that? Is that something that we should be doing? Is that something that we could,
Work on
work
or
on?
that's great.
Yeah, I think it's a really good show. It's really very educational.
I'm excited to watch it because
I
I
love
mean
it.
anything to bring about more self-awareness.
Yeah.
Because as self-aware as I feel like I am, I think
You are extremely self-aware. You are.
I am, but when people tell me that I'm stubborn, I still find that so hard to believe
I
because I
don't
don't
believe
think
that.
I am.
You're not.
But Zach and Randy both told me I am extremely stubborn, which is
You're not with me.
I know. See,
Sometimes you have people have different personalities with different people.
right,
Everyone's different with everyone
right.
else.
I don't know, but I mean, I welcome self-awareness. I think it's a great thing
I
to.
think you're extremely self-aware and you're also very, very intuitive as a friend. Like I could be talking to you and you will read right between the lines.
I try.
And you will see immediately where I'm at, even though I'm not even saying it. And I'm always like,
You and I
how
have
did she
this
just peg me right
crazy
now?
connection, though. We've said that. I have a very similar connection to Sharon Osbourne too. Sharon
Yeah.
used to always say to me, "We have an invisible red string.
Yeah.
Like you know exactly where I'm at, even if we're not together.
Yeah.
You'll call me at the right time, or like you always say, I buy you something that you were like jonesing that
Yeah.
you need,
Yeah.
or But
Yeah. It's
I
really interesting.
it's very interesting.
It's funny,
It's
but
cool.
but I think it's like when you really care about somebody, you become very perceptive.
I try to be in tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, I just thought this was
I'm
a
gonna
really
watch it. It
interesting
sounds
show.
so good because I live for all that stuff anyway. I
Yeah.
mean, I live for any psychology, anything, because I kind of just float around a lot and I don't
Yeah.
really want to get too deep
You
and
don't want to dig
intense.
deep. Yeah.
So when I stop and watch something like that, it's so intriguing to me. I'm
It's
excited.
really interesting. And one of the things that she does that I found even more interesting is that she has a group of colleagues, the therapist, that
Oh,
she goes to them for advice on her clients,
oh, I
on
love
her
that.
patients. So she'll take like an issue that she's experiencing. Like for instance, she had this one couple where the husband was just not responding to therapy at all, and in fact becoming more and more
Introverted.
and pulling away more and more and more,
Wow.
and actually getting angry.
Oh,
And so she took it to her group of colleagues and she sat with them and she's like, so here's what's happening. Here's what's happening with the couple. Here's the way he's responding to me. How can I get through to him? Like, what am I doing wrong? What am I not? Why am I not connecting with him?
right.
And the advice that she gets from the colleagues is really cool because they also open her mind up
Oh,
to
that's so good. I
other
love
ideas.
that.
It's so good. It's so
Yeah.
well done.
Brilliant minds.
Yeah.
I'm,
The only thing I don't like about it is there's not enough episodes.
oh, and this is the second season you said, or third season, or
Fourth.
fourth? Oh,
The
okay.
fourth. Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and watch it.
It's very, very good, very informative. And I think if you keep like an open mind and really look at it from your point of view and think about like how you show up as a partner
Right.
to your partner, it's
I mean,
it's pretty
anything that
revealing.
we do that we're willing to work on ourselves in any relationship, whether it's friendship, parenting, romantic relationship, or whatever, I'm all for it because
Mhm.
we should always be learning and evolving.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
as human beings. I mean, just it's never ending.
Yeah.
It's
It's
cool.
true. So check that out if you want. I also just finished watching the season finale of Mobland, which I thought was
Oh, I have
fantastic.
to watch it yet. I still haven't. Zach keeps telling me to wait and watch it with him. I told a lot of people about it when we were just with the Pantera group. I'm like, because we all love Guy Ritchie,
Yeah.
and I'm really interested to watch
Yeah,
it.
it's really good. Wait till you see Helen Mirren in this
Oh, I
in this role.
love
She is
her.
out of control.
I love her.
Out of control.
Oh, that's
You'll love it.
amazing.
Have you seen, I don't know if you saw this, but Salma Hayek, I'm going off topic right now
Yeah.
because that's how I am. But Salma Hayek did a little snippet with Vogue. She did like a little
Mm.
video, like a get ready with me with Vogue.
I love her.
Oh my gosh. She is so naturally
Oh,
beautiful.
gosh.
It's
Yes.
outrageous.
Uh-huh.
She did this video where
She's a year older than me,
yes, she
2 years older than you.
did this video with Vogue, and it's been all over Instagram, and you can check it out if you go on Vogue's Instagram.
Okay.
And she did this video. It's kind of like a get ready with me, where she's just doing her skincare routine and her
Right.
makeup and stuff. And she is barefaced and gray hair.
Okay.
And she talks about how
She doesn't dye her hair?
she's like, I don't really dye my hair that much. She's like, if I've got a little bit of gray, I kind of like a little bit of gray showing. She's like, so what I do is I just take out, she whips out her black mascara and just starts touching up
Oh, that's smart.
her roots with a little bit of black mascara. She's
Huh?
like, I don't like to cover all of
That
it. I cover a
works.
little bit of it. But what a natural beauty.
Oh, she's stunning.
She's so gorgeous.
Stunning.
And it just, wow. But, it's so funny because you think, she's married to,
Pinault.
yes, who owns like Estee Lauder
Gucci
Gucci and every Louis
yeah.
Vuitton and everything else.
Yeah.
But here she is just using plain old black mascara to
I
touch up her
know.
roots.
It's so funny. I did see something with her though, because I guess her husband shares a son with Linda Evangelista.
Oh,
And he just graduated, I think high school. I don't think college. I think it's high school or college.
yeah.
And Salma Hayek is his stepmom.
Uh-huh.
And they all were there as a blended family to, congratulate his son. And I thought it was just a beautiful thing because it was just such a warm, loving, it
Yeah,
seemed like
that's
they were
nice.
all genuinely, loving towards the son, which is beautiful.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Anyways, that was my lead
I'm gonna have
into
to check
Barb's
in.
bag of tricks.
Oh yeah, so I'm excited about this bag of tricks. It's not sexy, but it is good and it works.
Okay.
So being on the tirzepatide, I will say that I did get a little bit of the extremely gaunt,
Yeah.
Fortunately, my chipmunk cheeks have shrunk down. It's so funny because Barahi kept saying to me, you'll listen to me on everything, but we really should, you're a little gaunt here. I'm like, I like it. I actually have cheekbones that you could see because usually I always had such a chubby face. But I do
Never had a chubby face, but okay.
So anyway, but my cheekbones are much more pronounced now. So anyway, I've been seeing a lot of this on Instagram. It's called Lift, and it was designed by a plastic surgeon
Ooh.
specifically for GLP-1 patients for the volume loss that they get taking these meds. And it's like the most emollient moisturizer, but it plumps you up like nothing else.
Whoa.
So much so that I felt like I was so gaunt. And then I used it before I saw Barahe at Raw Beauty. And she's like, you don't need any filler. Your skin is so plump. You look. And I was
Yeah.
like, it is this. And she actually bought it too.
Oh.
This stuff, you could feel it. It's kind of like very rich. You use it for your hands. You'll be shocked. Even your hands will plump up. It just, I don't know what this plastic surgeon put in here, but oh my God, this stuff works.
Oh, how nice.
I've
Feels
already,
good.
it says it improves the appearance of facial skin, deflation, deep wrinkles, dehydration, and density. It's not inexpensive. It's like $120 for this tube, but I've
And
had
where
it
did you
for
buy it?
online.
Okay.
And it really, I'll put the,
How did you find it?
I got it through an Instagram ad.
Oh.
And oh my gosh, this stuff works.
Wow.
Really, really works. This is only second to the Natura Bissay.
Oh, yeah, I love that stuff. That stuff's amazing.
Honestly, this stuff is that good.
Wow.
Another product that I'm going to say, if you are on a GLP-1 or the GLP-1 and 2 medication, this is a must-have. Even if you are just feeling like you are losing volume in your face from
Mhm.
getting
Yeah,
of a
older.
certain stature, this stuff works.
Yeah.
And I put it all over Zach's face for he just did a bunch of photo shoots. I
Mhm.
swear to God, it made him look less gaunt because he's so thin. It's
Yeah.
craziness.
Yeah.
The beard also helps, but you and I aren't about to sport a beard anytime soon.
No, thank
So
you. No, thank
for
you.
women of any volume loss, but for men like under the eyes,
Mhm.
it works.
Wow,
Great
that's
stuff.
really good. I feel like I'm gonna need that.
Highly, highly recommend.
That's the one thing is that I find is that as we age, you can try to, use all kinds of uh, topical things,
Right.
but I find that things don't really, um, what you need is something to kind of like fill
Pump
you
you
up a
up.
little bit. Yeah.
This works. I mean, specifically that this plastic surgeon developed it for his GLP-1 patients
Hmm.
makes all the sense in the world
Yeah.
because he was explaining how like when you just fill it with
Yeah.
filler, it doesn't look right because your skin is much, it's not as taut.
Hmm.
And this really helps. And I find it is just, I don't know what is in it that's miracle, but it works.
Oh, that's
And I
great.
especially love what I've been using it as an under eye cream. It
Oh,
works better than any under eye cream I bought.
so are you using that on its own?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
and then obviously my sunblock and stuff over it.
Yeah.
But they want you to use it morning and night and I have been and I
Uh,
feel like it's made all the difference in the world.
I still really want to find something really great for your body, like skincare for your body, because as we age,
Yeah.
that's the part that's really freaking me out is it's almost like, and I think I've said this before, it's like I start to obsess like over the wrinkles under my eyes until I find the wrinkles around my mouth. And then I let go of the
I think
wrinkles
that's
around my eyes.
true about everything. When you
And
fix one area,
yeah,
then you draw some attention to others.
exactly, but now what I've really been noticing is the loose skin on my body, like
Okay,
on
so
my
I will
arms, my
say I
legs.
did it a couple weeks ago. Have you tried the Get Dreamy that I gave you? The
Yes,
Maylis? I
yes,
think that
yes,
works real all the Maylis products. I think, but you have to use them. It's
yeah,
like Cinderella. After a certain point, you have to
yes,
reapply them or it
right.
only lasts. And that oil I love.
Yeah, the
Y-
oil is really good
I
too.
know you don't love the fragrance that much, right? I
Yeah,
do. I
but
love it.
but the thing about it that I what I haven't found yet is they'll moisturize you. Yes, they'll moisturize you. They might help with like the crepey skin, but they don't help with the loose skin.
Have you tried?
So,
But you love radio frequency for that,
yeah, and they do have radio frequency for your body as well.
right?
So this is where I was going with it
Oh,
is I have now, which I haven't done in a long time,
I
but now that
know.
summer's coming, is I'm back to doing endermology.
Okay.
So I just made an appointment for endermology. I can't go this weekend because I'm going to be gone. But next weekend, I'm going to start back up with my routine of going to endermology
Awesome.
because endermology is so great for that. It really helps to like
I think
tone and
Dr.
tighten.
Muradzadeh has something too, some new
Yes, he
technology
does.
for the body that's designed specifically to tighten the skin.
Yeah, yeah, he does, and that's something I've been wanting to have him on the
We
show.
need
He's
to
just
go
been so
together.
busy. Yeah, he's been very busy, but he's also been moving his practice. But he said once he's
Oh,
moved in, he'll have time and
yeah,
he'll be
Dr.
able to come.
Muradzadeh, we'll be your guinea pigs,
Yes,
please.
please,
Sign us
please.
up. We'll
Yes,
test all of your new latest and greatest.
I saw on Instagram there was I forgot who it was. I think it was one of the housewives or somebody, and she went and got like a body lift.
Oh, ooh,
But I didn't like
ouch.
the scars. I mean, she had like scars running all the way up her arm to tighten her arms.
Ooh,
Yeah, scars up
ouch.
her arms, scars in between her thighs to tighten her thighs.
Sharon talks about it publicly, so I'm not saying anything I shouldn't, but she said out of all the surgeries or procedures that she's had in her lifetime, a leg lift was the most horrific recovery and the most painful of all of
Yeah,
them.
that does not sound
She
fun.
said she would never do it again.
Yeah, yeah, that doesn't sound good to me either.
I'll
And
just
just seeing the scars, I was like,
Ugh.
no, thank you.
Not just that. I mean, they can get really strategic, and they have great silicone patches and gels and stuff for that. But just the recovery. Oh, I don't know if I could do it.
Note to self, kids, if you're listening and you're not in your 50s, you're just in your 30s, wear those shorts.
Yeah.
Wear that bikini.
Do everything that you feel like you
Yeah.
can't do.
Yeah, do
I
it
am
now.
so inspired when I see people wear things that I'm like, I would have never. Like, good for you. Like,
Yeah.
go for it.
I think everyone should do
I
whatever
will
the fuck
say
they
though,
want.
let me just end this session by saying there are some things that please people don't wear in an airport or on the airplane. I
Yeah.
don't want to see your feet. I
Yeah.
don't want to see your navel. I don't want to see your hair on your back or the back of your neck. Please. Just don't. Not on an airplane. You don't have to wear suits anymore or
Yeah.
really formal dresses. But do we have to be sitting next to you with bare feet? And
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
Yeah, no.
Please.
Yeah.
It's hygiene.
Hygiene. Just be,
Just be respectful to the people next to you. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I know. I've seen some pretty appalling things.
I'm pretty
on
tolerant.
planes.
I can't do the feet.
Yeah.
I don't want to see your feet.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I don't
I
even
feel
want
the
to
same
see
way.
Zach's feet. And he's got nice feet. I don't want to see it. I can't.
Well, there you have it, kids. Miss
No
Barbara Ann Wild
flip-flops,
does not want to
please.
see your feet.
No. It's gross.
All right. Well, does that do it for this episode of Honest AF?
Yes.
Okay. So make sure you check us out. And by the way, somebody else hit me up yesterday and said they really want to come in and see us do this live.
Yes.
So we need to pick a
I know
date.
several people as well, too.
Yeah. So let's pick a date.
Yeah.
And we'll put that out there. And then you let us know if you can make that date.
Yes.
And-
Studio City, California.
Yes, that's correct. So maybe in
July.
Yeah, in July.
I think July would be good.
Okay.
So
So
we usually take our hiatus in July and
yeah, so we'll pick a date in July
yeah.
and do it. All right. Make sure you check us out on our socials, Honest AF Show, across the board. HonestAFShow.com is our website. Till next time, y'all take care.
bye, everybody.
Bye. We obviously need to do a disclaimer here, so we want you to know we are not doctors or experts by any stretch of the imagination. We are just a couple of gals that are looking for magical products, procedures, and experiences. And in our quest, we will share our honest as fuck opinions with you. So please make sure before you try anything we talk about that you know your own restrictions and do so at your own risk. Do not blame us for any of your issues. We're just experimenting too.